Hi, thank you for joining me today. I'm Amanda Farrow of Inspiring Inkin. Welcome to my craft room. In today's video we're going to be making this card. The important thing about the card is actually the technique, which is using these, which you might not have seen for a while, marbles. So I think you're going to have to go and raid your children's or your grandbabies toy cupboard for some marbles, because you're going to want to do this technique. So what I'm going to do first off is just make all of the embellishments, because the marble technique can be a little bit messy, and I want to make sure that all those elements are ready for assembly at the end. So let's get started. What I'm embellishing the card with today is my brand new favourite set. And if you've been on my blog or seen any of my videos before, you will know I'm a little bit dragonfly obsessed. It's my team mascot, it's on my blog. Love dragonflies. So when Stampin' Up launched this spring summer catalogue for 2017, and there was a dragonfly stamp set in it and dies, I thought all my Christmases had come at once. It's called Dragonfly Dreams. So as I said, there's a stamp set and dies to match, so you're going to want that. So let's get on to this card. So we're going to make the embellishments, as I said. So I've got a little bit of stamping to do and the dragonfly to do. Now the dragonfly, there are 5 dies in the set. So there's a large dragonfly, a little bumblebee, some smaller dragonflies that are in a strip, and then these two. So there's the detailed dragonfly and then also the complete dragonfly. So I've already cut out one of these in Dapper Denim. I'm just going to cut this one out using the glimmer paper. Now what I wanted just to explain to you is a couple of things about these dies. So if your dies have these tiny little pinprick holes in them, they need the precision plate. So this is the precision plate, and it's metal, and these dies need this, and it goes on top of your Big Shot platform and your thin die adapter. Now when you're cutting glimmer paper, cut it down. So with the die, you put the die on the reverse. It will cut much cleaner that way. Oh, looking for my cutting mat. So I'll just give it a bit of a wind through. Get the Big Shot out of the way. I do recommend as well, if you've got these kind of dies, you use the die brush and the foam. And you're just going to scrub, basically, over the top. And you see a lot of the waste is on there already. And then I just use my pokey tool. Now the glimmer paper is quite thick, so it doesn't always come out as quickly as it would do if you're using cardstock or designer series paper, but it will come out. There we go. When you're pulling it, just go gently, because there's lots of little fiddly bits. Right, now are we gonna all be covered in glitter now? I love glimmer paper, but it does make everything sparkle. So last couple of little bits. Okay, so this is designed to perfectly sit on top of here, which is lovely. So let me just get a little bit of Tombow. So I'm putting it mainly down the body and then a tiny bit on the big pieces of the wings, so that will stick. And I'll just pick it up just to make sure it's all lined up. Okay, so that's that piece. I'll just leave that to dry. Then the stamp set is fabulous. It's got all sorts of different things in. The bumblebee. These two dragonflies are the same size as this one. And obviously you've got the body there and these dots, which I'm using all the time. But I'm just going to use the sentiment here, which is enjoy your special day. And Dapper Denim. Now this piece of card is 1/2 inch. So the brilliant thing about photopolymer is you can get it just on a really narrow strip like that. And then I'm just going to use my triple banner punch. I'm going to feed it in from the back so that I can just nip that end off. And then I've got another piece of silver glimmer, which is 3/4 inch. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to chop that end as well. And then I'm going to pop that one on there like that. Now, nothing sticks to glimmer paper, seriously. It's a nightmare. So either you punch a little hole here or use your pokey tool and scratch off the glitter. And I tend to do that because then I can stick a dimensional on and I make more mess and more glitter. So there we go. So that's that piece there. So that's just going to even out there. So that's those two elements, and I'm just going to stamp the inside as well. So Dapper Denim, here are the spots. Ooh, there's my marbles rolling all over the table. I'm going to stamp off and then stamp onto the paper, just so it's just a little bit softer, not quite as dark. There we go. Okay, so that's the inside and the elements. So I can get rid of all of that now, and we can get on to the main event, which is the marbles. Okay, now doesn't matter what size your marbles are. There can be big marbles, little marbles, doesn't matter. Okay, so what you're going to need is some kind of flat-sided box. I'm using a wood-mounted case. They work perfectly for this, but if you've got any other kind of Tupperware type box, anything, firstly, you don't mind getting covered in ink, because that's what's going to happen to it. You're not really going to be able to use it for anything else after. But these wood-mounted cases are great for that. So I'm going to take the marbles out. And what you're going to do is you're going to put your ink in your case. So the colours I've got are Mint Macaron, Pool Party, Island Indigo and Dapper Denim. Now the two darker colours, Indigo, Island Indigo and Dapper Denim, go sparingly with, but the others you can put lots in. So I'm just putting some drips in. Now I am a woman on a mission to get you all to buy re-inkers. Not only do you need them to re-ink your ink pads, but to re-ink your markers and for doing cool techniques like this. So when you place an order, buy an ink pad and buy a re-inker at the same time. Then you've got plenty of colours. Right, so I'm only putting a few drops of indigo, so that was 5 drops of indigo. And I'm only going to put 3 drops of Dapper Denim because it's really dark. Okay, pop your marbles in. The more marbles you have in, the more concentrated the pattern will be. And if I just show you this one, so this is kind of 5 marbles, but you'll see you'll get different intensities of ink as you go. Now I'm going to warn you, it's going to be noisy now, so you might want to turn your volume down a bit because it is going to get noisy. So you put your marbles in your lid, in your box, put the lid down on the box and then shake it. It's going to be loud. So what you've done, and I'm hoping that the camera will be able to see looking down, what you've done is you've got all the marbles coated with ink. So we're going to open it up. Looks a bit of a mess, huh? And then what you're going to do is you're going to put a little bit of snail on the back, or glue dots will work, and pop your cardstock in the lid. Put the lid down, and then you're going to turn the whole thing over and shake it again. Flip it back again so the marbles are on the inky side. Look at that, that's just so cool. Right, peel it off. Isn't that cool? Fabulous. Okay, so the fab thing about this is you have so much ink in here. So I'm just going to do another one. Flip it over again. Oh, I like that one even better. See, this is the thing, you keep going. So I'm just going to do one more. Before I put that in, I'm just going to cover them again with the ink. Right, so I've got snail on there. So that's going, and then we're going. Flip it over. Yeah, fantastic. Okay, so just going to put the 3 down so you can see. Okay, so with those few drops of ink, you can make lots and lots of backgrounds. And when you've decided that you've had enough, what you can do is you can just put a piece of cardstock down inside and just give it a little bit of a rub, and then look, so you can get another pattern. And then what I tend to do is I just, any bits that haven't got very much ink, and just go back over, and then again. Okay, so the ink's not going to be wasted, but I am going to move it out of the way for now and just try and clean my hands off. Okay, so this is the technique. Now I've used blues and greens, they're kind of my favourite colours, but it works really well with pinks and purples, oranges and yellows. Just be careful if you're using red and green, because as you'll probably know with the colour wheel, if you put red and green together you end up with brown, and it doesn't look so good. But these are a few other variations of that. So let's, which one I'm going to use? That's the second one, I think. Stuck down. Right, there we go. Fantastic. Okay, so here's the card. So I want a card blank, and then I'm just going to assemble the card. So as you can see, it's really quick. What I tend to do, obviously today I'm on camera doing this for you. What I tend to do is I tend to do all of the marble stuff first, and then once that's all done, put away, cleaned away, then I start assembling the cards. So let's pop that one down. We're going to put the Enjoy Your Special Day on there. And the dragonfly is I'm just going to move that down a little bit. And then the dragonfly is going to go here. On there like so. Just pop that down as well. And then I'm just going to put in the inside. So you've got somewhere nice to write. And there you go. So there's your card all finished. Now I do want to just show you a couple of other cards that I've made. So here is one using the larger size dragonfly. Now there isn't a die, so for this size of dragonfly I've got this die that matches it, but there isn't one for this one. So all I did was I stuck it down and fussy cut around the edge, so to make the bigger dragonfly. And then this is one actually I made just before Christmas. It's using a stamp set, Merry Mice. It's not actually available now, but I just wanted to show you that you could put it with different embellishments, perhaps some flowers, that sort of thing would look really lovely too. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed today's card using the marble technique for the background. Thank you so much for joining me. You'll find all the instructions. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed learning how to make this marble background. For more inspiration to purchase any of the products that you've seen today, please pop over to my blog, www.inspiringinkin.com. I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye.